What would be your best and worst investment? I think best investment आपने तो बता दी है, इसके अलावा अगर कोई होगी तो
नहीं
होगा,
ऐसे
बट वर्स्ट कौन सा होगा?
वर्स तो बहुत है, so there are too many battle scars to narrate, but see there are companies where again potential was large. The most regret I have is a company called Financial Technologies. कि Jignesh was a genius entrepreneur. Mukesh Ambani also had an investment in that company, and he's the one who created all the stock exchanges, all the multiple ones which have come out, and the software which we all used to use from him. So again, it's something where you have an edge, you know the business. बट वो NSCL में क्या हुआ, क्या कांड हुआ, क्या स्कैम हुआ, वो निकलते ही अपने बोले हाथ जोड़ो और निकलो यहाँ से, टेक द लॉस एंड गेट आउट, कोई मतलब नहीं है. सो बहुत केसेस हैं ऐसे, इट कैन गो टू जीरो बट विथ ऑल द बेस्ट इंटेंशंस.
And this happened like after you had invested
No, this is
previous...
fairly recent, that's why I'm remembering it. This
okay.
is like in mid I think 2014-15 के दौरान का, 10 साल पहले है ये.
Okay.
So it's not कि with all the experience of 25 years you still can avoid getting totally hit. It can happen.
तो इसमें क्या गलती क्या थी आपकी, आपको ऐसे कुछ लगता है?
The promoter reading clearly something went wrong, and there was a some kind of mess in the NSCL, which was an exchange they had founded. That company is back incidentally. It's called 63 Moons, and the stock is performing well. So maybe if you had said, you would have been back. I don't know. I have not followed it, to be honest.
Got it. Let's also talk about your Axis deal, which happened in 2011, 2010, 11.
2009-10 we did the deal.
Correct.
And consummated a year later, and then I left a year after that.
Correct. So Enam Securities was sold to Access Capital, and this was for $420 million.
करीब 2000 करोड़ समझिए.
Correct. So if you can just walk us कि ये transactions जो होते हैं इतने बड़े scale पे, इसमें conversations कैसे होते हैं, negotiations कैसे होते हैं, and what goes back and forth, मतलब आप एक बार explain करोगे, because हमें कोई idea नहीं है इन सब transactions का. So what happens?
See, my father used to say one thing to when he used to work for a company in Calcutta before he built his own. He used to ask his owner कि सर इतना पैसा आता है आप रखते कहाँ हो? तो बोलते वो कहते थे मुझे चौखानी जी जब आप पे बीतेगी आपको सब समझ में आ जाएगा. So ऐसा नहीं है कि हमें भी पता था ना when we are doing these transactions how they happen. Like I told you, everything we did was a first time.
Yeah.
So in fact it's now known, so I can share कि before Axis we were wooed by several companies. बिकॉज सी इंडिया में किसको प्रेजेंस करना है, सबको लग रहा है कि इंडिया बढ़ने वाला है, इंडिया में आई वांट अ प्रेजेंस. JM हैज़ अ पार्टनरशिप विद मॉर्गन स्टैनली, DSP हैज़ विद मेरिल लिंच, कोटक वाज विद गोल्डमैन सैक्स, NM इज़ द ओनली हाउस लेफ्ट टू डू अ बिग डील विद. सो 2005-06 आई थिंक सिटी बैंक शोड अप दैट लेट्स डू अ डील. 2007 JP Morgan showed up that why City, why not us. 2008-09 Nomura shows up, why don't we do a deal? And we walked the path with a number of people for a number of reasons to see what is best for the business, because ये global financial crisis का जो period था उसमें ये clear हो गया था कि investment banking with a balance sheet attached is a requirement of the business going forward, because you need lot more underwriting, you need lot more power to take blocks on your books and then sell down, and the agency business will not survive for long, and then you will have to build other strings in the bow as well, including to do with debt, including to do with wealth management, asset management and so on. And it's a business that do you want to build or do you want to participate as a owner in? Like last few years we've been fortunate, we've been invested in a lot of capital market businesses which others are running better than us. Same way, if Kotak can run a bank better than us, then why would I want to go and try and build a bank? The same logic Vallabhbhai had given me 30 years ago applies to us also. So rationally it was decided that let's move ahead and get into a partnership with somebody. And the other lesson we learned is कि ultimately दो सरनेम नहीं चलते. जैसे शादी भी होती है तो हस्बैंड वाइफ में अल्टीमेटली एक ही सरनेम चलता है क्योंकि बच्चा वही सरनेम से पैदा होगा. सो ये जो therefore lot of the tie-ups which we also felt ultimately कि they will not work with two surnames, which all eventually broke. So we were clear we will do 100% deal, and we were the first house where Vallabhbhai, Nimishbhai, Jagdishbhai were very clear we will also let our employees make money. So 10% of the proceeds must goes to employees. In some of the discussions with some of these names which I mentioned, it was that no, we must have the hold on what we give to the people after the deal is done. We said that is your incentive plan. ours is a reward plan for people who've been with us for 10, 20, 15 years or whatever. That is not part of this. So although the deals of the foreigners were far more lucrative, I would say, we still chose to go with the Indian house, which agreed on terms which were favorable to our people. Second, obviously in all these deals you are talking about cultural match and then where the plan is to go together. ऐसा नहीं है कि हस्बैंड ने वाइफ से शादी की तो पूरा हस्बैंड डोमिनेट हो जाए और वाइफ का अस्तित्व मिटा दे. तो अगेन इन वन ऑफ द केसेस इट कुड हैव बीन दैट ऐसा हो जाए. एक केस में लगा कि कल्चरल मिसमैच है कि बहुत स्लो मूविंग है, दे विल नॉट बी एबल टू प्ले वेल इन द स्पेस दैट वी आर इन and enjoy in the way we would like to enjoy, because most people would have continued. So it's more around people and strategy, and then how we want to do things that things break. तो जैसे शादी में होता है, मैं जब MBA भी करता था लोग कहते थे आप इंडिया में कैसे शादी करते हो, हम लोग तो ये अरेंज मैरिज सिस्टम बड़ा अजीब है. मैं बोला आप लोग तो जो माने यू मीट समबडी and for 2 months you meet and then you get married and you know nothing about the background, whether you'll match this that, and you have to work on it and you have a high divorce rate. In India we marriage it is not for one life, it was 7 जन्मों का रिश्ता होता है हमारा. तो आप जब M&A भी करते हो, आप स्कैन करते हो होराइजन, फिर आप कल्चरल फिट देखते हो, फिर वैल्यू फिट देखते हो, एंड उसके बाद यू प्रोसीड. दैट्स हाउ वी डू आवर मैरिजेस. अरेंज मैरिज इज एब्सोल्युटली द साइंटिफिक वे ऑफ डूइंग इट, कि यू फाइंड पीपल फ्रॉम culturally which is a similar kind of background. Value system has to be similar. Like suppose मैं business community का हूँ और मेरी वाइफ एकदम कंजर्वेटिव आए कि बोले नहीं रिस्क लेना ही नहीं, अपने पास जो वो ही बचा के रखो पूंजी, अपना घर कैसे चलेगा. सो इट इज़ द सेम व्हेन यू आर डूइंग अ डील. प्रिंसिपल्स रिमेन द सेम इन एवरीथिंग, और इसको आप एकदम फर्स्ट प्रिंसिपल्स पे ले आओ हर चीज़ को लाइफ में, इट बिकम्स वेरी इजी टू थिंक अबाउट इट. एंड लास्टली वी ऑल आर वेरी deep believers in energy. You get an energy from whom are you dealing with, who is going to be your partner, and selection, like I said, sangat is the most important thing. So your deal hua ultimately was on ki where is the value is going to be the best and what is the best for the business. In this case लड़की की शादी कर रही है, कौन सा घर इसके लिए बेस्ट है और कहाँ पे हमारे जो लोग हैं वो थ्राइव करेंगे एंड ग्रो करेंगे. So that was the call which was taken then.
And इसमें फिर negotiations जब होते हैं valuations के ऊपर, since the amounts are huge, so a lot of back and forth happens, और कैसे फिर
मोटा मोटी you're in the range, so it's not, it won't be like someone is double and someone is half, ऐसा तो नहीं है. You'll be within the range.
If you learned something new from this video, do share it with your friends and subscribe to this channel so that we can bring you the best content possible. Also, if you want to watch this entire episode, click on the link in the description box and you can go to Kushal Lodha YouTube channel and watch the entire podcast episode. Thank you so much for watching this and have an amazing day.